have a spoil of talent on this team, and then all I'm hearing on the media is like, oh, the Giants, they'll have a lack of talent on defense. Did you see our defense? Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of Being a Sports Talk. So a few announcements before we get into today's video. I'm doing a mock draft special on Thursday. I'm going to come up with my official mock draft, and we'll do some fun mocks. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. My goal is to have a pretty good video edited before Thursday, the NFL draft. I think it should be fun. We have a couple fun segments there. Anti-mock draft, a Giants team mock draft where we just draft one player from every single team, like Florida, whatever, and I think that should be fun. And then I also am going to have my what I think is going to happen on Wednesday. And right now I'm leaning towards, Ben Cleveland, third round. I don't want Azeez Ojulari in the first. I think we're going to take edge, probably back up a little bit. But I'll officially have my opinions on Wednesday. But today, what we're going to do is I'm going to start off talking about the Giants and basically the latest rumors. Jason McIntyre went on Colin Cowherd yesterday, and his headline news or whatever, tomorrow's headlines today, he basically said the Giants are going to select Zaven Collins. Now, he was in my video yesterday or a couple days ago about the guys that I want in round 2. Now, I gave him like a 10% chance to fall down to us. I don't think he's going to fall down to us in the second round. I think a Green Bay. I think a Saints. I think maybe a Buffalo. I'm not sure how much a scheme fit that is, but he may fall down. He's not going to fall down to us in the second round. Maybe we have to trade up. But if we select him at 11 or 15 or 19 or 20 or whatever, I don't think the Bears are trading up. That's like the dumbest take I've seen. But I'm okay. Yeah, I'm not too bad. The thing about Zaven Collins is he's gaining weight. He's now like 270 pounds. He's a thick linebacker. I talked about him yesterday. I think he can fit with the Giants defense. Not overly fast, but he realizes I'm not fast, so I'm going to thicken up. I'm going to be able to blow past defenders. And I think that can be perfect Blake Martinez role for a defensive line. And plus, he has some good, decent get-off and speed around the edge. He's smart. He commanded that Tulsa defense. And I think if he goes at number 11, I didn't include him in my video saying all possible picks at 11. Because I mean, there are 50 different things that could happen, I guess. But man, I would love it. I'm on the Zaven Collins train all the way. If he comes to us, I'd welcome him, the linebacker, and then we can go guard and wide receiver. But especially if a lot of wide receivers go before us. Latest rumors are Devontae Smith is going to fall. But I almost would rather Zaven over Devontae Smith at this point because he's much more of like a sure thing, which I was talking about the other day, like boom or bust. We need to talk about a boom or bust guy. But the thing that we should do in the draft, we have to nail the top 2 picks. We have to get away with an Andrew Thomas and a Xavier McKinney. We can't go after Eric Flowers and then Landon Collins. Actually, Landon Collins is pretty good. But can't do Eli Apple and Eric Flowers. That just can't be it. If you nail the first 2 and 3 picks, we see that works. We saw the Buccaneers. They do that. They're on the height. They won the Super Bowl. Obviously, they have Tom Brady. They had a solid foundation. But all of a sudden, you have a team that's ripe to win, like the Giants. Take a look at it. Kyle Rudolph is our second tight end. Caden Smith and Levine Toilolo. We have a spoil of talent on this team. And then all I'm hearing on the media is like, oh, the Giants, they'll have a lack of talent on defense. Did you see our defense? It like mano y mano, it's comparative to the Redskins, the Washington football team. It's better than Dallas, better than the Eagles. So don't you talk about our that's bad to compare us to the rest of the NFC East. But like mano y mano, we're one of the best in the conference. With the Saints and with the Vikings, what I've noticed is they nail the draft. You have to nail like 2 drafts in a row, which I think last year you considered a nail. Besides Shane Lemieux, I think he's pretty overrated. I was like, in the beginning, no, I think he's overrated. But we need to nail 2 drafts in a row. Then all of a sudden, your team reaps the benefits of that. These players get into their second and third years. And now the Saints, they've had successful. Trey Hendrickson and Marcus Davenport and Sheldon Rankins and all these players just like, whoa. Well, all of a sudden, then you bring in free agents. That's what we're kind of doing, and this is a really important draft. You said every single year, like every single election, they're like, this is the most important election in our lifetimes. Yeah, you said that last election, But yeah, let's get into another topic. Azeez Ojulari. Now, I don't want it. I don't want him at all. I think Lorenzo Carter has a better arm length. I think he has better size, and I think they play the same game. But Lorenzo Carter can defend the run better. Maybe he's not that pure pass rusher, But, I don't want him. Like, the thing is, the only thing I worry about Lorenzo Carter is injuries. But he was developing. He was destroying Andrew Thomas in practice. Oh, that's not really saying much. But, like, he was ripe to have an amazing year. And he was playing 90% of the snaps in the games. I think you trust him. Depending on what happens, you come back with him. And I think right now, everything looks good as far as that. Now, let's transition into the second part of the video. What I want to talk about is my current playoff teams. And yeah, so I don't really usually do this. I usually wait until like the season's about to start. But here are my early just seedings. I'm not going to have predictions. There's 17 games this year. I think the Bucks are going to be hurt by the 17 game schedule because they're an older team. But they have some young players as well. I think the Packers are going to be number one seed. The Bucks are going to be hanging somewhere there around 2. Then you're going to have I think the 49ers are going to win that division. They're going to be a 3 seed. The Giants at a 4 seed. I really do think they're going to win the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys may or may not make the wild card. I still haven't decided that yet. You're going to have the Cardinals, the Vikings, and let's just have the Cowboys as that 7th seed. But like 2 teams from the NFC East making the playoffs. I'm not too sure when the last time that happened. Actually, no, it wasn't too long ago. I think last year they did it. So, yeah, those are my 7 playoff teams in the NFC. And then for the AFC, I obviously have the Bills, but I have them as a number 1 seed. I do think the Patriots are going to challenge them. I just think that the talent is not quite there yet. But you take a look. They've been developing guys for years. They've been sucking like 12 guys in the draft for years. Eventually, some of them have to stick, right? You're not too promising like N'Keal Harry, Juwan Williams. Some of those guys aren't that great. But you have some Chase Winoviches of the world, some Isaiah Wynns, where you're just like, oh, yeah, these players can develop. And especially, there's that one corner that was playing really well for them last year. That Bill Belichick's like, no, you're not going to make the playoffs. So, but Bills number 1, Chiefs number 2. Man, I think Patrick Mahomes could get injured. I don't know. I usually come out my QB prediction injuries right before the season. It's kind of morbid, but I was a little bit off last year. But then I think the Browns are going to win the AFC North. Those are famous last words. The Colts with Carson Wentz are going to be a 4 seed. And then the Patriots, the best non-playoff team, then the Ravens. And then the Chargers filling in at the 7th seed because I think what's going to happen is the Chiefs are going to be close to the Chargers. And then towards the end of the year, they're going to have that one game, medium game, and then the other game, kind of like what they've been doing with division rivals recently. It's just like the Chiefs are going to pull away a little bit. But I think the Chargers are only 2 games behind the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be that dramatic. That was my bold prediction going into the season, that the Chiefs are, they're going to be challenged by the Chargers later in the season. It's not just going to be a walk-away division. And the Chiefs no longer with that bye week. Last year they had 2 bye weeks. This year, 0 bye weeks, going into the playoffs at least. Yeah, and that's pretty much how I see it going. This could change depending on how teams do the draft, but I don't trust the Bears. I don't, Jacksonville is interesting, but I'm not too sure. They just have I'm not sure how that is going to gel together. I'm really confused. The Texans are obviously going to be the worst team. Oh, yeah, the worst team. The worst team I predicted before, when the season ended, I'm like, it's going to be Detroit, then Houston, really. So those are going to be 2 teams challenging for the number 1 pick. That's right now my raw opinions. We'll get into season predictions later. Schedules come out, I think, May 15th or something like that, or May 8th or something. I don't know. It's like I announced when the schedules are coming out, and they gave you a 2-week period where it can happen. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think about my Giants draft predictions, my thoughts, and then obviously my thoughts about how the season is going to go. But hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.